You're already a master at this, even if you don't know it yet. Remember that time you asked your buddy, what if we just ditched the boring party and hit the road for an adventure? That was you tossing out a what if, like a pebble into a pond, watching the ripples pull them in. Or when you told a story and left out just enough to make everyone lean in, begging for more. That's you opening a loop, you sly bastard, letting their brains chase the ending, like a cat after a laser pointer. You've been doing this since you were a kid, asking why the sky's blue, watching grown-ups scramble to keep up. That's your natural wiring. Curiosity is your superpower, like a fucking Jedi mind trick that you were born with. You already do it. Storytelling. You drop a hint about something cool you did, like, man, last weekend was wild. And then you don't spill the details. Their brain lights up, begging for more. That's you pacing their curiosity and leading them to engagement. Playful teasing. You tease your friend about their weird coffee order, but smile so they laugh instead of fight. That's you holding tension like a tightrope walker, balancing connection and challenge. Asking questions. When you ask someone, what's the one thing you'd do if you weren't afraid? You're planting a seed that makes them think deeper. You're already a fucking gardener of minds. New ways to do it. Instead of arguing, say, I wonder what would happen if we tried it this way. It's like tossing a spark into dry grass. Watch it catch fire without you forcing it. Open loops. Next time you're chatting, say something like, I'll tell you the craziest part later, and walk away. The brain will be chasing you like a puppy after a treat. Playful detachment. When someone tries to drag you into drama, shrug and say, that's one way to see it. You're not dodging. You're redirecting their energy, like a martial artist flipping the opponent. This is about being clever or winning arguments. This is about rewriting the fucking code of your reality. You're not just a player in the game. You're the goddamn game designer. When you master this, you stop being a puppet jerked around by chaos and start pulling the strings yourself. You become the calm in the storm, the lighthouse in the fog, the one who holds the map when everyone else is lost. This is about power, real power. Not the cheap-ass drama that leaves you drained, like a phone with a cracked battery. Why does it matter? Connection. People crave someone who can hold space without flipping out. When you stay calm, you're like a warm fire on a cold night. Everyone's gathered around. Influence. By pacing their emotions, mirroring their energy, and leading with a what if, you guide their minds like a river, carving a new path through stone. Freedom. You stop being a slave to other people's bullshit. You choose the energy you amplify, like picking the perfect song for a road trip instead of blasting static. If you keep feeding chaos, you'll age like milk left in the sun, sour, tired and bitter. Every fight you chase is a brick in a wall that traps you. You'll wake up at 50, wondering why your relationships are a graveyard and your energy's a ghost. If you embrace this, you'll be untouchable, like a mountain that doesn't flinch in a hurricane. You'll build connections that feel like home, create projects that spark like wildfire, and live a life that hums with purpose. People will gravitate to you like moths to a flame because you're steady, electric and alive. Your brain, it's a squishy supercomputer. And that's how you hack it. Let's get sciencey, but keep real, like explaining quantum physics over a beer. Neuroplasticity. Every time you choose a deep breath over a shouting match, you're carving a new neural highway. It's like upgrading from a dirt road to a fucking autobahn. The more you practice, the smoother the road gets, until calm feels as natural as breathing. The cortisol dopamine loop. Dopamine spikes cortisol, the stress hormone, which your brain mistakes for excitement. So you chase more like a junkie after a hit. But when you pair calm with dopamine-rich shit, like music, laughter, or a good meal, your brain starts craving peace like it's the best drug ever. Mirror neurons. People mimic what you project. If you're a frantic mess, they'll match that chaos like a bad dance partner. But if you're steady, they'll sync up, like a band hitting the groove. You set the rhythm, they follow. State anchoring. Link calm to pleasure. Like chilling with your favourite song or a sunset, and your nervous system starts wiring peace to joy. It's like training a dog to sit for a treat, except the dog is your brain, and the treat is your goddamn sanity. So why are you afraid to do this? Fear of invisibility. You worry, if you don't make noise, you'll fade into the background like a ghost. But real magnetism comes from being solid, not loud. Think of a lion. It doesn't roar all day. It's powerful because it doesn't need to. Fear of being misunderstood. You're scared to think you're cold or don't care. Fuck that. Their misinterpretation is their baggage, not yours. You're not here to carry their shit. Fear of boredom. You think peace is dull because you're hooked on the adrenaline of chaos. But calm isn't a snooze fest. It's the canvas for creativity. Like a quiet night sky, letting the stars pop. How does confusion open the door? Your brain is a pattern-making machine, always looking for the next piece of the puzzle. When you create a little confusion, like dropping a what-if, or leaving a story unfinished, you open a loop that their mind has to close. It's like leaving a cliffhanger in their favourite show. They can't stop thinking about it. That's when you lead them to new ideas, like a guide steering a boat through a foggy river. So how do you pace and lead? Pace their reality, mirror their emotions first. If they're pissed, say, "Man, that sounds frustrating as hell." You're not agreeing, you're showing you get it. Like tuning your radio to their station. Lead with a twist, then drop a reframe. What if that frustration is just your brain telling you it's time to try something new? You're not forcing them, you're planting a seed that grows in their head. Your friend ranting about their shitty job. Pace. Fuck, that sounds like a soul-sucking grind. Then lead. What if you could find something that lights you up instead of dragging you down? You've just shifted their focus from the cage to the open sky. Why does confusion help? Confusion is like a crack in the sidewalk. Your mind trips, looks around and notices new paths. When you're certain, your brain's on autopilot, stuck in the same old ruts. A little uncertainty. It's like a splash of cold water. It wakes you up, makes you curious, and primes you for change. That's why kids who ask why all the time, they're fucking geniuses. They're not stuck in the matrix yet. The traps that fuck you up, the old patterns to interrupt. Over-explaining. You spill every detail like a kid dumping their Halloween candy on the floor. It kills mystery, like reading the last page of a thriller first. Instead, hint and let them chase the story. Rigid planning. You try to control every outcome, like a control freak director on a movie set. Life's not a script, it's improv. Loosen up and let the scene unfold. The scarcity mindset. You think, if I don't fight for this, I'll lose everything. That's like hoarding stale bread with a bakery next door. Trust there's more where that came from. The new patterns to install. Drop ideas like breadcrumbs, not boulders. Say, I wonder what would happen if, and let their brain follow the trail. Leave gaps for the imagination to fill, like a painter leaving blank spaces on the canvas for the viewer's mind to complete. Treat life like a game, not a war. When someone tries to hook you into drama, sidestep like a boxer dodging a punch, and grin while you do it. If you keep feeding chaos, you're like a chef cooking poisoned stew, serving it to yourself first. Every fight you chase is a hit of emotional crack. Feels good for a second, leaves you hollow for years. You end up old, tired and bitter, mistaking exhaustion for passion. Your relationships, they'll be a revolving door of drama queens and kings, each one draining you more, until you're a husk wondering where your fire went. But if you embrace this, you become the alchemist, turning chaos into gold. Every pause, every calm choice, it's a brick in your empire. You'll attract people who vibe with your strength, not your chaos. You'll create art, ideas, connections that hum with life. You'll wake up at 50 feeling like a fucking king, not a pawn. Because you built a life that's steady yet electric. Like a river that's calm on the surface but powerful underneath. Now, as you listen to these words, you can already feel that spark inside you, can't you? That part of you that's always known how to play, how to dance, with life's rhythm, like a kid spinning in the grass. Arms wide, laughing for no reason. And as you breathe in deeply now, notice how your chest expands, like a sail catching the wind, carrying you towards something new, something powerful. From this moment forward, every time someone tries to hook you into chaos, you feel your lungs fill with clean, crisp air, reminding you, this is not my food. And as you exhale, you'll feel that old urge to fight slip away, like sand through your fingers, leaving only the smooth stone of your strength behind. You already know how to do this. Think of that time you smiled through a tense moment and felt the room shift. Like a DJ dropping the perfect beat, you can do it again and again, and in new ways, like whispering a what if that lights up someone's eyes, or pausing just long enough to let their curiosity chase you. And as you do this, your brain's rewiring itself, carving new pathways like a river cutting through stone, making peace feel as thrilling as a roller coaster drop. You're not afraid anymore, are you? Because you know being seen doesn't mean being loud. It means being solid, like a mountain, that doesn't need to shout to be noticed. And if they misinterpret you, that's their story, not yours. You're too busy building a life that sings. A life that's a fucking masterpiece of calm and fire, woven together like a tapestry of lightning and earth. This is your new reality, kid. You're not just dodging drama. You're crafting a life that's a goddamn symphony. You're the conductor, the lightning rod, the alchemist who turns tension into motion, chaos into creation. Every what if that you toss out is a seed. Every pause is a brushstroke. Every calm choice, it's a brick in the empire of your life. The science backs it. Your brain's neuroplasticity, mirror neurons and dopamine loops, they're all conspiring to make this your new default. As natural as breathing. The karma's clear. Keep chasing chaos and you'll drown in it. Choose this pathway. You'll soar like a kite in a clear sky. You're not just learning this, you're becoming it. The old you, the one who fed on drama, is fading like a bad dream. The new you is a fucking force of nature, carrying the storm inside, controlled, potent, ready to strike when it matters. From now on, you pace, you lead, you play, and you create, knowing that resonance shapes reality. Shift your frequency and the world shifts with you. You're not in the system anymore. You are the system. And the system is electric, alive, and yours to command. Now go out there and make some fucking magic.